Since when did your dog become a Haytuber? It was late in the afternoon at the Canterlot Mall. The mall itself was busy as many long customers go to one store to the next, getting their shopping done for the day. Somewhere in the mall was a food court, while some shoppers hanging out to get a bite to eat or to rest. One particular group who was sitting around the table at the food court was 7 teenage girls from Canterlot High, known as the Rain Brooms. They were known to have equestrian magic and use them to save the day whenever something weird is going on at the school or around the town. But today, the girls decided to shop around the mall to do some retail therapy, as Rarity likes to call it. After the tough day at school to do a big test after days of preparing for it, it was thanks to Twilight of not only help them study, but also able to pass with a high grade. Rarity took a slip of a soda through a straw and let out a satisfied sigh. There's nothing better than to do some retail therapy after studying for days. I hear your wails, said Applejack before she took a quick sip of her own drink. And a little splurting at the food court doesn't hurt either. Except maybe our hips, Rarity commented, causing others to chuckle at her joke. Sunset turned towards her spectacles-wearing friend with a warm smile. On behalf of everyone here, we wanted to thank you again for helping us study for that big test, Twilight. I don't think we could pull it off easily without your help. Oh, it's not that big of a deal, Twilight responded modestly with a blush on her cheeks. Are you kidding? Of course it's a big deal, Pinky chipped, nearly leaping out of her seat. You use the things we love to do normally as a way to help us study. Your method even helped Rainbow Dash. Hey, Rainbow cried ignorantly. I have you know I got A's in the past before Twilight came along. Sunset smirked. Yeah, sure did. One time when you made that tree planting back at 2nd grade, it was supposed to be a person, Rainbow argued, not helping her case as the others laughed at her expense before she laughed as well with no hard feelings. While they were laughing, 2 more teenage girls were walking by their table, only to stop and waved at them. Hello girls, greeted Bonbon. Oh hey, Lyra and Bonbon, Pinky greeted back on behalf of the group. Doing some retail therapy after that big test? You know it, Pinks, Lyra responded before walking away with her best friend. Catch you later. They only took a few steps away from the game, only for them to suddenly stop and then turned to face them again. Oh, and Twilight? Yes, Lyra? Be sure to tell Spike we said hi and that we requested him to open up packages of those cute swimsuits for pets next. Yeah, and maybe we would like to see him wearing them too. I bet he'll look so cute, Bonbon blushed. Twilight nodded. Oh, okay, sure thing. She stopped for a moment after she registered what they had said. Wait, what? Before she could ask them what they mean, the 2 girls were already walked out of their hearing range, leaving the gang very confused. Well, that was weird, Sunset after a minute of silence. I'll say, said Rarity. Besides, if the deal wanted a swimsuit, I would love to design one for that little pup. One of the girls rolled their eyes from Rarity's remark, thinking about fashion while completely missed the point of the unusual event. Twilight shook her head. Never mind that. What I wanted to know is what was up with the strange request and what those 2 mean about Spike. Before any of the girls could answer, a loud voice interrupted them. Excuse me! They turned just in time to see a gnarly teenage boy with glasses running up towards the table and then stop to catch his breath. Oh hey, Microchips, Twilight greeted. What's up? Once he recovered from his mini marathon, Microchips looked at Twilight while he adjusted his glasses. Well, Twilight, there's something that has been bothering me for weeks, and I just had to know if you won't mind me picking your brain for information as from one scientist to another. Twilight, as well as the others, looked at him strangely from his weird choice of words before Twilight responded slowly. You wanted to ask me for something for the sake of your curiosity? Microchips raised his eyebrow. Yeah, isn't that what I said? Twilight wanted to point out that what Microchip said doesn't sound that way, but decided to let that go so she could get whatever he was asking for over with. Okay, what do you need to know? Michael's eyes lit up excitedly as he took out his notepad and began writing something. Well, I want to know exactly how your dog was able to use everyday electronic devices and programs without a need for thumbs. Huh? Twilight uttered, felt even more confused than before. How did your dog was able to use a camera and then your computer for editing his videos? Michael clarified. Videos? Twilight responded with a baffled look. Meanwhile, the girls were just as confused as Twilight from Michael's weird questions about Spike. Rainbow placed her hand over her mouth and whispered to the girls. Okay, I think Chips here just lost a few chips. Pinky gaps. Oh no, not the chips. What kind of chips did you use? Was it potato chips, fish chips, chocolate chips? Either way, we got ourselves a case of the missing chips. Michael turned towards the others with an annoying frown. Hey, I did not use any chips. I was just asking Twilight about her dog. What about her dog? If you don't mind me asking, Fluttershy asked. Before Microchips could answer, the table was suddenly engulfed in smoke and sparkles, making them all cough out loudly. Once the smoke was cleared, they soon realized that was the cause of it when they spotted a familiar white-haired girl with a magical hat and cape. The great and powerful Trixie demands an answer from Twilight Sparkle. Hey, I was here first, Michael complained as Trixie shoved him away. Trixie doesn't care, Trixie snapped as she finally reached Twilight and slammed her palms on the table, staring Twilight. Now tell Trixie how your dog did it. What? What did Spike do? Twilight asked frantically with a shaking voice. Trixie scoffed it. Oh please, don't even try to pull dumb after your dog became internet famous. Internet famous? Twilight cried. Yes, Trixie confirmed, even though Trixie has a few followers, about 12 to be exact. Your dog managed to get over 1,000 followers. Trixie glanced at Twilight for like a minute before she suddenly grabbed Twilight by her shoulders and started shaking her while bellowing in desperate expression. Please tell me his secrets, she begged. I want to be as successful as him. Finally reaching her boiling point, Twilight managed to break away from Trixie's grasp and stood up from her chair. Okay, enough of this! Twilight shouted while glaring at the newcomers. What the heck is going on? What were you all talking about? What does this all have to do with my dog? Twilight knew she was making sense, but she didn't care as she continued to glare at Michael and Trixie, demanding for answers. No one said a word, as everyone was looking at each other in an awkward silence. It was no tense. You would cut it with a knife. The silence was eventually broken when Twilight heard someone trying to speak up from behind her. What? Twilight snarled, trying to face whoever was behind her. Her demeanor then softened somewhat, then she noticed a certain blue-haired teenage boy, who had a look of fright from Twilight's early exchange. Flash, what are you doing here? Twilight asked. Seeing that Twilight will not harm him, Twilight relaxed somehow. I came over here when I heard the commotion. Mind tell me what's going on? Sunset sign. That's what we're trying to figure out. Everyone keeps asking Twilight a bunch of these weird questions. Something about Spike in videos. Flash's eyes went in realization of what this was all about, which the girls took notice. Sunset narrowed his eyes with a suspicious frown. You knew something, didn't you? Flash blinked. You girls really didn't know? Know what? Twilight demanded. What did we not know? Flash rubbed the back of his neck, feeling very uncomfortable right now. Your dog posts his unboxing videos from HayTube. What? Twilight uttered, not sure if she heard him right. Flash signed before looking Twilight directly in the eye. Your dog did a vlogging series on HayTube. What? Twilight uttered again, much more loudly. With a sign, Flash flushed out his phone and opened up the HayTube app. Once he found what he was looking for, he turned the phone over and showed it to Twilight. Twilight grabbed his phone and took a look at it while the girls gathered around. What they saw made their jaws drop. It was a screenshot of a thumbnail video image of her dog, looking happy with his tongue sticking out. An image of a random package next to him, and some kind of fancy effects surrounding her dog and that package. There was even a text at the bottom of the thumbnail image which said, "Fancy French unboxing with Spike." Amusing to be a title of Spike's web show. The girls continued to stare at the phone screen for what it seemed like minutes until Sunset spoke up. Twilight, since when did your dog become a HayTuber? Twilight didn't answer, so millions of thoughts ran in her mind. Since when did Spike become a huge HayTuber? How long was he doing this? Why is he doing this? Why did she not notice this until now? One thing's for sure, she won't get any answers just by standing around. Back at the Sparkles residence, no one was at home right now with no humans in sight, all except for this small purple and green puppy, who was suddenly sitting on his owner's bed filming himself. While showing off a product, he opened up one of the packages, or at least what's left of it, as he was eating it, leaving a few crumbles around his snout. Oh, yeah, these snickerdoodle cinnamon dog treats are delicious, he praised, licking his lips in the process as he looked back at the camera. I definitely recommend these for dogs who love soft and chewy cinnamon foods. And they're naturally made. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. I hope you all enjoyed this video and I'll see you in the next one. He then winked. Till next time, paw pals. Spike turned off the camera with a satisfied look. He managed to finish another unboxing video, making this the third one. He just needs to film one more unboxing video and he's all set for the month. This particular day is the perfect opportunity to do so while Twilight is away, so that he can record future episodes before she comes back. By the time he finished with the recording, Twilight wouldn't know the wiser. Suddenly, Spike heard a loud door slam from downstairs, making the poor pup jump due to the loud sound. Spike! Spike's eyes widened in a panic. Oh crud. He knew that tone from Twilight's voice. Twilight sounded very angry. Worse, it sounded like she was angry at him. The last time Twilight was even angry at him was the time he chewed on one of Twilight's favorite book, tearing out the pages and cover. He was punished with no doggy treats for a month as a result. He had a pretty good idea of what she was angry at him for this time. Just before he could do anything, he heard Twilight quickly running up the steps, and the next thing he knew, the door was flung open, revealing a very relieved Twilight. Seeing that he had nowhere to run and that Twilight saw everything on the bed, Spike let out a loud gasp. Hey Twilight, she said nervously. I thought you went to the mall with your friends today. I was, Twilight said calmly with a glare as she placed her hands on her hips. But then I decided to come home earlier when I heard somebody, or should I say, some dog had been uploading videos of himself on the internet. Oh really? Spike said innocently, trying to play dumb. I didn't know that someone decided to upload a video of himself while wearing a dog costume. I swear, when it comes to online, you humans are so strange. I meant an actual dog, Twilight growled, always starting to use her patience. A dog who happens to be small, purple and green puppy who was filming in a bedroom that looks like mine. Spike was now sweating profusely out of fear. Oh wow, what a coincidence. I guess there are other dogs out there who can do videos too, and also have the same owner who loves purple and books. Twilight narrowed her eyes. Spike, I knew it was you. Twilight then took out a phone from her pocket and showed off one of the videos of Spike towards him. I recognize your face anywhere, and you're the only dog who can talk. Realizing that he was cut, Spike signed and hung his head in defeat. Okay, Twilight, you got me. I've been making vlogging videos. Twilight shook her head while placing her phone on her bed and gave her dog a look of disbelief. Spike, why? Why are you making online videos? How long have you been making videos? How are you making online videos? Last I checked, dogs don't have opposable thumbs to use a camera, let alone using the computer to edit and upload a video. Twilight's eyes went when she realized something crucial. Wait a minute. You've been using my laptop too? Whoa, calm down, Twilight. Spike spoke up while raising his paws to calm his friend. I can explain everything. Then explain, Twilight snapped. Spike signed again and began to tell his tale. Okay, it happened about 3 months ago. You've been making videos for 3 months? Twilight screeched. Twilight, please calm down and let me explain without interrupting, said Spike. Twilight just glared at him, but kept her mouth shut. Thank you, Spike said gratefully before continuing his tale. Anyway, while you girls were at Equestria Land's opening day, I was waiting for you by the front door, but so I can be the first one to see you come home. I grew bored at some point, so I took a nap until I heard the doorbell. I was disappointed that it wasn't you until I peeked through my doggy door and spotted a package that was left outside of our front door. Twilight thought for a moment before her eyes widened in realization. Oh, was it that chew toy of a blue female dragon that I ordered for you weeks before? The same one, Spike confirmed with a nod. Anyway, I decided to bring it in and open the package with my paws to get it. Well, a box with a toy in it. The box looks so cool, especially the way it showed off the toy through the display plastic. I wanted to show you how cool it looks, but I couldn't wait to chew it any longer, so I decided to borrow one of your cameras and filmed it, showing off every detail of the box. Then I filmed the box itself before I bit all over and covered in my slobber. After that, I figured I should load that video onto your computer so we can watch it on the big screen later. But then I must have pushed the wrong button and accidentally uploaded it onto the internet. I guess that's what happens when you have a paw instead of fingers. So of course, I panicked and I wanted to take it down. At that time, I was hard for a dog like me to figure out how your computer works, let alone using your mouse with my paws. Once I figured it out, I was ready to take it down, but to my surprise, my video reached over 1,000 views within an hour. It got a lot of likes, hundreds of followers, and even I got new fans complimenting about the video and asking for another unboxing video. I was shocked to say the least and never thought anyone would like that simple video I created, but at the same time I felt excited and happy that they loved it. And making that video was too fun, so of course I decided to do another one. Since then I ordered more pet products, taught myself how to use your video editing software, and made more videos for my vlogging series. When you're not around, that is. Twilight just stood there with a surprised expression. She couldn't believe that the reason her dog made a video was so he was going to show off his toy to her, only for this video to be uploaded to the internet by accident, and was encouraged by his fans to make more of them. She was slightly disturbed that so many people followed her dog, just so they can spend minutes of their lives watching them unbox a random package. Even with Spike's explanation of how he became a HayTuber, there was still so many questions he wanted to ask him. I see, but there's some things I still couldn't get. Shoot, Spike allowed. How do you manage to use my camera? Twilight asked. Spike grinned. That's easy. Your camera is small, light, and has huge buttons, perfect for my paws. I'm surprised how good the quality came out from that little thing. What about getting into my laptop? Twilight pressed. You shouldn't even get in easily with the password I set up. Spike depanned. Come on, Twilight. It isn't hard to figure out that Smarty Pants, the same toy you spelt with every night, is your password for your laptop. Twilight's eyes was now red as a tomato. She had completely forgotten that Spike was the only one who knew of that embarrassing secret. No one else knew about that, and she planned on keeping it that way. She made a mental note to change the password later. Well, what about using my video editing software? Twilight demanded, desperately changing the subject. I'll admit, it was a little challenging, but I trained myself to push certain buttons from your keyboard and mouse. I even use my tail sometimes. I eventually got used to the routine, Spike answered. Twilight raised her eyebrow. And how did you get yourself more of these pet products? Twilight pressed, dreading any upcoming answer. Spike looked a bit nervous at that, until he reluctantly answered. I may have borrowed your credit card. Twilight's eyes were as wide as dinner plates. You used my credit card without my permission? Twilight thundered. Well, technically, they're your parents' credit cards, Spike corrected. Twilight gave Spike a nasty glare, causing the pup to flinch back. Okay, I did, but I didn't buy a lot, I swear, Spike cried, raising his paws up desperately in defense. I only bought one small item from the pet store every week so I can use it for my video. I didn't buy anything else outside of that. Well, that explained why the billboard from the pet store was higher than usual, Twilight thought. Well, Spike was very skillful in sewing. Twilight still wasn't comfortable with the idea, so she decided to bring up the elephant in the room. Spike, you really shouldn't continue posting videos of yourself online, Twilight said, sternly. Spike frowned as his ears dropped downward. Why not? Was it because I used a credit card? I swear I try not to use it often. Twilight sighed. It's not because of my card. Well, kinda. It's because you're putting yourself in danger. Spike tilted his head in confusion. Danger? How can I be in danger? Twilight scoffed it as she rolled her eyes. Oh, I don't know. Maybe it's because you reveal yourself in thousands and thousands of people on the internet that you're a talking dog? Spike simply struck. So? Everyone at your school knows that I can talk. That's different, Twilight argued. The students of school are willing to keep it a secret to keep you in the portal to Equestria safe. You'll just pretty much show yourself to any strangers around the world, which will risk leading them not only to you, but to us. Twilight then spoke at a higher volume, growing more obnoxious by the second. I mean, what if we get a bunch of your crazy friends at our door, demanding to see you? What about a random TV reporters? Or animal scientists? Or what about the government? They would take you away to the secret base, doing all sorts of unspeakable tests to study you, and I won't be able to see you again. Twilight's ongoing rant was suddenly halted when Spike stood on his hind legs and placed his paws over Twilight's mouth. Twilight, calm down. Spike snoothed. Breathe. Twilight did just that, and she calmed herself down intently. Once she was completely calm, Spike started talking again. Twilight, first of all, you watched way too many sci-fi movies, he said with a little humor before his expression became serious. And second, that will never happen. I'll be fine. Twilight gave her dog a skeptical look. What makes you sure? Because a lot of people believe I'm either CGI, whatever that means, or I was edited to make it look like I was talking. Twilight blinked. Really? Spike grinned as she pushed Twilight's phone towards her. Yeah, take a look at the comments. Twilight picked up her phone and went to the comment section beneath Spike's video. As she was reading through them, she became more and more surprised by every comment. OMG, this dog looks so cute. This video was okay, but the talking dog animation looks very impressive. I wish this dog is real, cause I want one. I wanna hug him. You know, he's not real, right? I don't care, I still wanna hug him. What program did you use to create this adorable puppy? I don't know if he's real or not, cause I'm gonna follow him. Who's voicing him? Cause I wanna hire him for one of my videos. Whoa, the talking dog editing here looks a lot better than the dog movie I watched the other day. So cute. Twilight slowly moved her phone away from her face, while still bearing her shocked expression. I don't believe it. Spike grinned excitedly as he wiggled his tail. You see, Twi, none of them thought I was real, but they still consider me cute, and that's good enough for me. He then had a squalled expression and crossed his arms, except for some humans who prefer cats than dogs. I see, Twilight said evenly. But even so, I'm still uncomfortable with the idea of you making videos for strangers on the internet. Oh, come on, Twilight, please, Spike begged. I had a lot of fun making them. I'm been very careful, and I promise you that I will continue to be careful. Don't you trust me? Spike then pounded his lips and gave Twilight the biggest and saddest eyes he could make. No, not the sad puppy eyes, Twilight groaned, trying to assist Spike's face. No matter how she tried, she just couldn't say no to Spike with a face like that. She finally let out a sign in defeat. Alright, I'll let you continue doing your unboxing videos, Twilight said reluctantly before giving Spike her stern expression, but only under 3 conditions. Spike nodded. Okay, name them. Twilight began listing her conditions, raising a finger as she does so. 1. After you put together your video, let me check it out first before you upload it online. 2. Ask me permission before using my credit card. Your parents' credit card, Spike pointed out. Twilight's eyes narrowed. Do you still want me to let you continue making videos or not? Spike immediately shuts up and gestured Twilight to continue. And finally, if someone online suspects a thing and there's a chance someone is trying to investigate you, I will pull the plug on your web show on the spot. No ifs, ands, or buts. Do you understand, Spike? Spike let out a long sign but nodded anyway. Yes, Twilight, I understand. Twilight nodded. Good. When Spike had a solemn expression, Twilight signed. Hey. Once Spike got her attention, Twilight gave her a soft expression. I don't mind you having fun, but I'm only asking you these things because I'm worried about you and I wanted to keep you safe. You know that? Of course I know that, Twilight, said Spike, but I will be fine as long as you trust me. Twilight smiled. Of course I trust you. Even before I met the guards, you're my best friend. Spike smiled back. And you're mine as well, Twi. Spike then turned his attention to one of the packages. Now, if you don't mind, I'm going to make another unboxing video of this package I just ordered. Oh, what's in this package? Twilight must. It's a pet package filled with various different pet products, Spike answered before his eyes sparkled. Hopefully, it had the classic white ankle sock. Those are the best. Right, Twilight said simply. Well, you do that while I'll go downstairs and let the girls know about the situation. Just let me know when you're done, okay? Will do, Twi, said Spike as he was setting up the camera. Oh, and the next time you come back up here, please bring me a peanut butter dog treats. Twilight chuckled. You got it, Spike. As Twilight climbed down the stairs, she couldn't help but to think about her dog making videos. Despite that he nearly wrecks himself he whisked himself to the world. She was really impressed with his skills and dedication just to entertain his fans, despite that he's just an ordinary dog. Granted, he was no longer an ordinary dog ever since he got hit with equestrian magic from the friendship games, but she still loved her dog all the same, with or without equestrian magic. As she was making her way towards the kitchen, she spotted a bunch of letters coming through the mail slot of her front door and landed on the floor. "Oh, mail's here," Twilight thought as she made her way towards the letters. She picked the letters up and went through each mail until she spotted one that was addressed to her, and it was from the credit card company. Credit card bill," Twilight mumbled with a sign. "Well, Spike did tell me that he used my card for the products. Oh well, might as well check out the damages." She proceeded to do that by opening up the envelope and take a look at her bill. So far, nothing out of the ordinary. There were a couple of bills from the sweep shoppy, a bill from her local electrical shop, and one from eHay. Finally, she reached the bills from the pet store Spike ordered from. For the most part, the prices of the products Spike bought wasn't too bad, mostly ranged between $10 to $15. However, when she reached one particular product, Twilight's eyes nearly popped out. Wait, what the? A pet deluxe package? A dolly sock? $200? Twilight nearly crumpled up the bill in rage. "Spike!"